The current value of Stellar is 2.7394 rands per coin, within the price range of 2.7076 to 2.8560. This is a decrease from the previous day's closing price of 2.8100. The conversion rate from ZAR to XLM was 0.0706, or 2.51 ZAR per XLM. Anticipated Stellar price projection for the near future and upcoming month. The projected cost of Stellar on Thursday, August 3rd, was 2.97 rands, with a high of 3.18 rands and a low of 2.76 rands. The price of Stellar on Friday, August 11th, was recorded as 2.88 rands, with a high of 3.08 rands and a low of 2.68 rands. The projected cost of Stellar for Monday, August 7th is expected to be 2.81 rands, with a high of 3.01 rands and a low of 2.61 rands. On Tuesday, August 8th, the price of Stellar is anticipated to be 2.82 rands, with a high of 3.02 rands and a low of 2.62 rands, as part of a multi-week analysis. The anticipated cost of Stellar for Wednesday, August 9th was 2.84 rands, with a high of 3.04 rands and a low of 2.64 rands. For Thursday, August 10th, the cost of Stellar was 2.87 rands, with a high of 3.07 rands and a low of 2.67 rands. Lastly, the projected cost of Stellar on Friday, August 11th, was 3.05 rands. The range of values observed is from a high of 3.26 to a low of 2.84. On Monday, August 14th, the price of Stellar reached 3.04 rands, with a high of 3.25 rands and a low of 2.83 rands. The projected cost of Stellar on Tuesday, August 15th, is expected to be 2.84 rands, with a high estimate of 3.04 rands and a low estimate of 2.64 rands. These projections are based on a timeframe of around 14 days. The estimated cost of Stellar on Wednesday, August 16th was 2.86 rands, with a high of 3.06 rands and a low of 2.66 rands. On Thursday, August 17th, the forecasted cost of Stellar was 2.80 rands, with a high of 3.00 rands and a low of 2.60 rands. The estimated cost of Stellar on Friday, August 18th, was 2.69 rands, with a high of 2.88 rands and a low of 2.50 rands. The forecasted cost of Stellar on Monday, August 21st, was 2.83 rands, with a high of 3.03 rands and a low of 2.63 rands. Finally, the estimated cost of Stellar on Tuesday, August 22nd, was 3.28 rands, with a high of 3.51 rands and a low of 3.05 rands. The information provided pertains to a 3-week period. The projected cost of Stellar on Wednesday, August 23rd, was 3.30 rands, with a high estimate of 3.53 rands and a low estimate of 3.07 rands. On Thursday, August 24th, the estimated cost of Stellar was 3.18 rands, with a high estimate of 3.40 rands and a low estimate of 2.96 rands. The prognosis for the cost of Stellar on Friday, August 25th, was 3.27 rands. On Monday, August 28th, the estimated cost of Stellar was seen to fluctuate between a high value of 3.50 rands and a low value of 3.04 rands. Additionally, the recorded cost of Stellar on that day was about 3.06 rands. The projected cost of Stellar on Tuesday, August 29th, is expected to range between 3.27 rands at the upper end and 2.85 rands at the lower end. Furthermore, it is anticipated that the cost will be about 2.70 rands at the high end and 2.89 rands at the low end after a month. On Wednesday, August 30th, the estimated price of Stellar was 3.13 rands. The anticipated cost of Stellar for Thursday, August 31st, ranged from a high of 3.35 rands to a low of 2.91 rands. The expected cost was approximately 3.04 rands. The stellar hypothesis on Friday, September 1st, was seen to range between a high of 3.25 rands and a low of 2.83 rands. Furthermore, the projected value of stellar for the years 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027 is of interest. Additionally, the anticipated cost of stellar in December 2023 is expected to begin at 4.32 rands, with a high estimate of 4.89 rands and a low estimate yet to be determined. They reached the halfway point in terms of cost at 4.25. The guesstimate for the cost of stellar in the months of 4.51 to 4.57 indicates a 5.8% change for December. The initial price of the stellar hypothesis for January 2024 was 4.57 rands, which was considered to be rather high. However, the price subsequently decreased to 3.67 rands, reaching a midpoint between the initial and lower costs. The stellar cost estimate for the month of January saw a change from 3.95 rands to 4.19 rands. In February 2024, the initial cost was projected to be 13.6 rands. With an excessive cost of 4.90 rands and a low cost of 3.95 rands. The average cost was determined to be the midway between these values. The conjectured cost of stellar experienced a fluctuation of 4.35 units during the month N, followed by a change of 4.58 units on February 15.9. In March 2024, the initial cost of stellar was 4.58 rands, reaching a peak of 4.96 units and a low of 4.32 units. The average cost during this period was 4.63 units. The conjectured cost of stellar in the following month, N+1, experienced a change of 4.64 units, representing a percentage increase of 1.3%. The projected cost of stellar in April 2024 is anticipated to be 4.64 units at its initial valuation. The cost of rands is 5.76, while the cost of low cost is 4.64. These two values converge in the midpoint of the cost spectrum. The prediction for stellar cost in the upcoming months is 5.11, with a change of 5.38 on April, representing a 15.9% increase. The stellar conjecture for May 2024 initially had a cost of 5.38 rands, with an excessive cost of 5.85 and a low cost of 5.09. The midpoint of the cost was determined to be 5.45 rands. The stellar cost figure for May experienced a slight change to 5.47 rands on May